I'm back again with Tracy DiSabato-Aust, and we're on part 2 about fall cleanup, about fall winter pruning.
Right.
And we have some tools here that are really integral to pruning.
Absolutely. One of my favorites is are these head shears, this Okatsuni head shear. There's a short handle, very sharp, Judy, really great for
Looks
women
like it.
because it's just with the smaller size to it. And we use this a lot to prepare for winter when we're cutting plants back. And then ones that we didn't prune, when we're pruning in the spring, we'll use this as well.
All right.
And then a standard, which we all have, but are these bypass. This is a Felco, but the bypass pruners, which are always in my back pocket. I'm sure yours as well.
Well, yeah, you never know when you have to cut something.
Absolutely. And then another fun one that I love to use, particularly for summer pruning, when we're just doing some a little deadheading and letting the deadheads drop, is with campanulas or balloon flowers. We can come in with these never dull pruners and use those. And besides, they come in these beautiful designer colors.
It's nice to have some
fabulous, absolutely.
Yes.
So,
Match our outfits.
yes, those work really great.
Well, I know a lot of the information would be in your book.
It is.
The Well-Tended Perennial Garden, and it's a newer edition. You have lots of new things in here and additional information in there.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. We've been real pleased with it.
Well, you know, I think there's a lot of controversy. It's like, what do I cut back? What don't I cut back? And why would I want to cut back this time of year?
Right. Well, it's important to prune plants. Any of the perennials that might have had disease, anything with mildew, powdery mildew, like phlox with mildew or columbine with mildew.
Oh, those columbine we saw.
Those columbine, yes. And anything that might have had gray mold, like peonies will get gray mold and so forth. And we want to cut those back, and we want to remove that debris from the garden because that'll be an overwintering site for many of our problems, our pests and diseases. So we want to clean that up, get it out of the garden.
Okay.
And then there are certain perennials actually that research has shown, it's interesting, that they'll overwinter better if they are pruned, and some who will overwinter better if they're not pruned.
Oh, so like the Shasta?
Like the Shasta daisy and Gaillardia, Centranthus are some that actually will overwinter better if they're pruned. And so we can see all this tatty foliage. We'd want to cut that off down to this basal growth. This basal growth will stay evergreen usually then, and it should overwinter better for us.
Ah, well that's good to know, because you just think, oh, it's the winter time and it's mild here, we don't have to worry about that.
Exactly, but yes, it's good to know.
And then some things we should leave for winter time because they're interesting, or the birds might seed from
and there's a lot of perennials that we don't prune and that we can use for ornamental interest. Here with the lilies has some beautiful seed heads that we want to leave. The fescue has fantastic, ornamental interest, and most of the ornamental grasses and carex and acorus we will leave for the winter.
And then what about tender perennials? I know sometimes that we have little microclimates in our gardens here, and so they'll stay nice. So should we not prune those?
Yes, that's a good question, because absolutely. Anything that's tender, we all kind of have zone denial, where we push, no matter where I am, everyone thinks it's warmer, where we put plants in that we really shouldn't be growing. So research has shown they'll overwinter 75 to 100% better if we don't prune them for the winter. So mums, certain mums, lavenders, things like that will actually overwinter better if they're not pruned.
Well, so much more information, and we appreciate so much.
So little time.
I know, but you've given us so many good tips, and I think we're all going to be much more happy in our garden and much more confident when we go in and prune.
I hope so. Thank you so much.
Thank you.